Howdy, I'm Gabby the Clown, and today I'm going to be talking about My Little Pony. So obviously, spoiler warning for My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, the Equestria Girls movies, and some of the modern day My Little Pony. I don't know what it's called, I don't remember. But, the CGI ponies, I have words. But anyway, and even though the subject of this video is technically for kids, my channel is not for kids. So if you're under the age of 18, please skedaddle, mosey on along. And with all that out of the way, let's just get right into it. So when I was younger, My Little Pony was like my favorite thing ever. Not just my favorite show, but like my favorite thing, just period. I made so many freaking OCs and stuff. I loved it so freaking much, dude. Actually, like My Little Pony introduced me to a lot of things, actually, like making OCs to begin with. I'm pretty sure, what was my first, I don't remember my first OC, but I know that I started making, like, a lot more OCs when I got into My Little Pony. Like, I probably made original characters before that. Like, it would be weird if I didn't, but I definitely started making a lot more. Like, it definitely became, like, a big part of, like, what I do with art, after I got into My Little Pony. And it also introduced me to comic books. So, the first time I can remember ever going to a comic book store was I had just spent, like, the entire day with my dad, and then he, at the end of the day, we went to a comic book store, like, right before it was closed. And he got me the very first IDW My Little Pony comic, because they were just starting to come out. And I loved it so much. Like, I was, like, collecting them for a while. I eventually stopped, because we didn't go to comic book stores as much, but, like, the one near us closed, but I think that was why. Anyway, I still have all of them. A couple of them are a little worse for wear. Like, when the oldest of my younger brothers was really little, back when I first got the comics, I let him borrow them, but he ripped the cover off of one, and I was so mad at him that I never let him borrow my stuff again for like a couple of years, because I was so pissed, and it was my favorite one too, but yeah, and My Little Pony is also very, like, deeply tied into the first time I ever went to a convention, which I think I was, like, 11 or 12, I think 12 at, like, the very oldest, and there was a panel for some of the creators of the My Little Pony comic book, and I obviously wanted to go, and I did, and it was really freaking cool. It had the artist and, Katie Cook, the writer, and I think there was one other person, I don't remember who it was, but, yeah, there was one other person, and it was so fun and funny. Like, everyone was really, like, charismatic, and, like, they were just, like, they were basically doing what I do on this channel. They were just talking and drawing at the same time, and, like, answering questions and stuff. But what they were drawing was, like, the cool part. So they actually, asked the audience what they should draw. Like, they would get a character from one person, and then from another person they would get a prompt for what the character was doing. Like, I think they did, like, two. At least I can only remember two. And the first one was, Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service playing Pokemon Go. And then the second one was, Starlight Glimmer, playing poker, and I actually, at the very end of the panel, they gave out, their drawings to some of the members of the audience, and I got one, and I still have it, and I'm really proud of it. It's probably the coolest thing I own, to be quite honest. It's Katie Cook's, take on Starlight Glimmer playing poker, and Katie Cook was the author for the comics, at least back in my day. I don't even know if they still make the comics, but anyway, yeah, that was insanely cool and surreal. Like, yeah, dude, very, very cool. And I've just, like, it just, like, solidified to me, like, I want to do that. I want to be an artist really badly. Like, I always wanted to be an artist, like, that was never fully in doubt, but, like, that just kind of, like, solidified, like, I want to make characters, like, because I was never 100% sure what I wanted to do with art. I knew I wanted to be an artist because that was my favorite thing ever, but I was never 100% sure what kind of an artist. And that My Little Pony just kind of solidified, like, I want to do character stuff. I like making characters. I want to do that. So now that's what I do. I love character design, if you didn't know. And yeah, so that's like the basic rundown of my history with My Little Pony and how, like, genuinely important it was for me. I'm not saying that I wouldn't have become like a character designer primarily if it weren't for My Little Pony, but at the same time, it's very hard to imagine like what I would have done artistically if not for My Little Pony, because that was like, it was so like deeply important to my artist journey. Like, I started drawing so much more after I got into My Little Pony, and yeah, it was it was really important, and it still is really important to me, even though I'm not as intensely passionate about it as I was back in the day. I still really love these characters, and I'm still very deeply attached to it, and yeah. So I also want to talk about Equestria Girls, because I've seen some very strong opinions. Like, some people love it and some people hate it. I loved it as a kid. Like, it was like I remember watching the Equestria Girls movie for the first time, like when it first came out, and it was so hyped, dude. It was so freaking cool. Like, Sunset Shimmer's like evil design, like when she goes like full monster mode, that freaking outfit like influenced like basically every, like, I always had it, like, every time I made like a cast of characters after that movie, there was always at least one who had a dress like that. Like, I made like or if there was like a party event where one of my characters would be wearing like fancy clothes, like they would almost always be wearing that kind of dress. It, like, that character design like stuck with me. Like, I still, like, I'll occasionally like catch myself like making a character that looks like that, and I'll be like, oh, that's just Sunset Shimmer. And it was like, Equestria Girls especially, like, My Little Pony was important to my artist journey, like, in getting me to like draw a lot more consistently, like more like, I say consistently, I don't mean like what was it? I mean more like more often, and not just like occasionally. But yeah, Equestria Girls like really influenced my art style, and I think I don't know if it's still very obvious that Equestria Girls heavily influenced my art style growing up. I think you can kind of tell, like, with sometimes, but yeah, it was like Equestria Girls and Dork Diaries and Naruto were like the things that like influenced my art style a lot growing up. And then when I was old enough to watch Fullmetal Alchemist, that also had a very heavy hand in it, like, especially how I drew eyes for a long time. I don't think my eyes look like Fullmetal Alchemist eyes anymore, but anyway, yeah, Equestria Girls was so cool as a kid. Like, it also put nervous sighted in my vocabulary. I don't use it as much as I used to, but I used to freaking spam that word. Like, because at the beginning, like, Pinkie Pie's going like, "Are you nervous sighted?" or something like that. I don't remember the context, but she's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous sighted," and I was like, "You're nervous and excited." And I was like, I'm using that word in every sentence from now on. Yeah, and it was just cool. It was just cool, man. I don't know. And then Rainbow Rocks came out, and that was my favorite one. I think it still is probably my favorite one. Is it? It's either Rainbow Rocks or Friendship Games, honestly. Anyway, Rainbow Rocks are friendship games, but Rainbow Rocks, like, took over my entire brain. Like, I loved the music in that one so much, dude. It was so cool. And, like, the Dazzlings were so freaking sick. I loved them. And I loved, I just love Starlight Glimmer. I love Starlight Glimmer. Sunset Shimmer. Their names are so similar. But I loved both of them, so it works. But I loved Sunset Shimmer so much. I loved her design, and I loved her vibes, and her personality, and her character development, and her voice. She was just so cool, dude. She was the coolest ever. And yeah, shout out Equestria Girls for inventing women. That's cool. Yeah, I think, like, looking back, so fellow lady kissers in the audience, did you ever have, like, characters that, when you were younger, you couldn't really verbalize that you had a crush on this character, so you just thought, like, this was your favorite character just because you liked them, but in reality, like, looking back, it was, like, you had a crush on that character? Like, I'm pretty sure, like, Sunset Shimmer was definitely one of those characters for me. Like, I loved her so much, dude. She was so cool. And yeah, so my current takes on My Little Pony. So there's one thing that always kind of confused me when I was younger, and it's the elements of harmony. So all of the elements of harmony are like character traits, like, oh, Pinkie Pie is the funny one, so she's laughter, Applejack is honest, Rainbow Dash is loyal, Rarity is generous, Fluttershy is kind, you know, but then, Twilight's is magic, which isn't a personality trait, she's magic. Like, I don't know, man, that always confused me, and it still kind of does. Like, I understand from, like, oh, she's the main character, so she's gonna stand out a lot more, but, like, I don't know, I feel like they could have found something that was, like, a personality trait that, like, kind of fit in with the rest of the elements of harmony, and wasn't just, like, what's my elemental power? Green. Like, from the freaking Ninjago movie. So, generosity, kindness, loyalty, and magic. I don't know, man. I do like it. It's just, I don't know. It's just a little funny. And okay, I've been beating around the bush long enough. I didn't want to, like, just bring it up right at the beginning of the video, because I feel like that would be a weird note to start everything on, but this is kind of the reason I made this video. Cozy Glow. So in the later seasons, Twilight and friends open the School of Friendship, which I think is an interesting concept. I don't hate it, and I like the new characters decently enough. Like, none of them really stuck with me. I couldn't tell you any of their names except for Yona, who is the sweetest little baby and must be protected at all costs. She's my daughter, actually. Yeah, so there was a School of Friendship thing, and with that season came a bunch of new characters, including Cozy Glow, who was, like, this, like, really cutesy little baby. But then, plot twist, she's a bad guy. She's evil child. And she ends up, I'm trying to remember, she ends up taking over the school. She, like, takes all their takes their powers, and she becomes, like, an alicorn or something. I think, I don't know, she does the bad thing. I haven't seen those episodes in so long, but she does the bad thing, and she ends up getting defeated, obviously. And Twilight tries to explain, like, friendship is magic, and then Cozy Glow's like, yeah, friendship is power, I know that, because you get all your powers from your friends, so I'm gonna have a lot of friends so I can get powers. And Twilight's just like, no, you're wrong, that's not how friendship works. And then, does Cozy escape? I'm sorry, I'm struggling to remember the exact order of events, but, anyway, eventually, I think it's either after that, or, like, she does something else later, but after, she does the bad things and gets caught for it, she gets sent to Tartarus, which is pony hell. Like, this is quite literally My Little Pony hell. So this 5-year-old gets sent to hell, and she ends up teaming up with some other bad guys who are down there, and they form like an evil bad guy team, and in the end, they all end up getting turned to stone, including the 5-year-old, or at least the child. And it doesn't sit right with me, dude. I don't know, man. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but if a kid does something wrong, they go to juvie, not hell, or being turned into stone for an indefinite amount of time. Which is, I feel like they could have redeemed Cozy Glow. Like they gave Starlight so many okay, I'm getting heated, dude. The whole, like, point of the show is that friendship is magic, right? And they redeem so many villains. They redeemed freaking Discord, who is inarguably much more dangerous than Cozy Glow, the 5-year-old who's just good at manipulating people, and who's just smart and good at manipulating people. Like, they were willing to, they had more faith that they could redeem the god of chaos, who almost destroyed the world, than the child. Like, I don't know, dude. And that's why I think the whole, oh, she's too dangerous to just go to jail thing is, like, bullshit. Like, they let Discord out of stone, and he's, like, he could have just, like, taken over again. Oh, but they had the elements of harmony, so they could just put him back into stone in case, he went evil again. Yeah, they could do the same to Cozy Glow. Like, what? I don't, Also, they did Starlight Glimmer. Starlight Glimmer ran a cult. I love Starlight Glimmer, and I love her character development. I love that she's a good guy now. She's current day me, it's one of my favorite characters, to be quite honest. But Starlight Glimmer was running a cult, taking away people's identity and, like, locking it away while maintaining her own, purely because when she was a kid, her friend got his cutie mark first and then left her alone. Like, that sucks, but what the fuck, dude? Why'd you do that? Like, yeah, it sucks that your friend was an asshole, but, like, what? And then, after the main six freed the people from the cult, they were like, Starlight Glimmer, friendship is magic, and then she's like, fuck you ruined my life, and then she leaves, and then she comes back, and she literally kills everyone. Like, she results in the world ending. Like, so she goes back in time to make sure that the main six never meet and they don't get their cutie marks at the same time, and they never meet each other. And the world ends because of her, because she was so petty that she couldn't have her stupid little cult, and she just didn't get it. And rather than sending her to Tartarus or turning her to stone, she realizes, oh shit, I killed everybody. I didn't mean to do that. And then she gets set on the path to redemption. Like, they give her so many freaking chances, and she ends up taking it. She eventually gets it. And now she's personally one of my favorite characters in the entire show. I adore her character development. I love seeing her make friends with Trixie and Maud, and it was just... Anyway, I love Starlight Glimmer, but that's not the point. The point is that they redeemed people who were arguably worse than Cozy Glow, and significantly more dangerous than her, But no, she's too dangerous to be sent to to be sent to juvie, or like attempted to be redeemed more than like the one time. No, she gets to be turned to stone. Like, okay, what? Like, I don't know, dude. It feels like it spits in the face of what the show is supposed to be about. Like, Chrysalis and what was his name? I don't remember. The goat guy, the other guy. Them turning to stone makes sense because they're fully grown adults and they're incredibly dangerous. Like, not just manipulative, but they are genuinely extremely dangerous, and they've had chances. Well, I don't know if I think his name's T-Rex. Anyway, did that guy get a chance? I don't know. I don't remember. But Chrysalis definitely got chances. I remember like Starlight trying very hard to redeem her, I think. Anyway, but no, Cozy Glow gets one chance to accept the magic of friendship, even though it wasn't explained to her at all. Like, she was just told, you're wrong, and wasn't given an explanation, even though she clearly has a very warped view of how friendship works. Like, she doesn't understand it, and she needs it explained to her, but nobody explains it to her. They just say, you're wrong, get sent to hell, go be stone with, like, genuine monsters. Like, okay. And I remember seeing people saying, like, there was meant to be a twist that she was actually an adult who just happened to look like a kid. And I think that they needed to do that in order for her getting turned to stone and sent to hell to work. But they didn't do that, so she's just a kid. And that feels really gross. Like, they gave more chances. They gave the god of chaos and a cult leader who killed the entire world a better chance than a kid. I mean, obviously she did bad things, but again, she's a child with a warped view on how relationships work. She genuinely doesn't understand. Like, I feel like you could have worked with something here. But no, it just tells us, no, if you don't get it right the first time, you should die. Fuck you. Like, I don't, and maybe I'm taking this too seriously, like, the friend who's too woke, like, but it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I don't think that they would have done that. Like, I feel like it's so out of character for everyone to just immediately give up on her. Like, they didn't give up on, like, they didn't give up on so many characters, like, that quickly. Like, Trixie too. Like, there's so many, like, characters who started off as, like, awful people and then got redeemed because they were given a chance and patience and kindness and stuff, which is what the show's supposed to be about. But no, let's send the child to Tartarus and turn her to stone. I cannot get over that, dude. I cannot get over it. And nothing can be said that would change my mind on that. Like, oh, she's too dangerous. Discord is roaming free, bro. Oh, but he was redeemed. Yeah, because they gave him a chance. Beyond just saying, no, you're wrong about friendship. Get fucked. Like, he got sent to friendship rehab with Fluttershy, who genuinely, like, gave him a chance and, like, was very gentle and patient with him, but also, like, didn't take his bullshit. Like, that's how it should be. Like, you shouldn't just immediately give up on a person because they don't get it the first time around, and then they keep doing bad things. No, you don't give up on people. Especially a kid. You don't give up on a kid. Anyway, it makes me mad. But anyway, yeah, that's my hot take for My Little Pony. Cozy Glow didn't deserve that. Like, she deserved a punishment for sure, but hell and being turned into stone is insane. Like, I don't know, man. whatever. Anyway, I love My Little Pony, and that was like the one thing that annoyed me. I feel like, yeah, most other character moments are very good. Cozy Glow was just handled really poorly. They should have definitely had it be, a baby doll from Batman's situation, like where she's a fully grown adult woman who's fully aware of what she's doing is awful. But she just happens to look like a kid, and she uses that to her advantage. That's what it should have been. Well, I wouldn't say that it's exactly like Baby Doll, because Baby Doll, you're made to sympathize with Baby Doll, because she genuinely is in a really tough situation. And the episode ends with her crying and Batman hugging her. But then Cozy Glow gets zero sympathy, and nobody's ever like, why is this lost child trying to take over the world? Whose kid is this? Like, I don't know. But she definitely should have been an adult if they really wanted to go down the she's completely irredeemable route. And even then, like, come on, man. It's My Little Pony. Friendship is magic. What happened to the friendship and the magic? No, we just... I feel like I'm talking about this way too long. I'm so sorry. But yeah, this was like the main thing that made me want to make a My Little Pony video, because I remembered it recently, and it's been bugging me ever since, and I wanted to talk about it. But yeah, what else to talk about? Let me think. Oh, dude, the future episode. So, the series ends with us getting to see how they're all looking after a couple years, like not a couple, but like a lot of years when they're like old, and this isn't a hot take at all, I don't think, because I've seen so many people say it, but I don't like Twilight's alicorn design in the end. Like, it doesn't look like her. It looks really weird. Her hair is really weird. It unsettles me a bit. I don't like it. It's like uncanny. I don't know. I just can't see, like, it looks like Celestia. Like, she doesn't look like Twilight Sparkle anymore. She looks like Celestia with a weird haircut and Twilight's color palette. Like, I feel like if they wanted to make her look older, they should have made her look like Cadence. Or like Luna. I think Cadence, actually. Because Cadence, like, still has, like, more pony-ish proportions, but she's taller and more, like, alicorny. Does that make sense? Like, she doesn't have the weird Celestia head shape, where it's, like, kind of sharper. It looks more like a horse to me. But anyway. Yeah, I don't care for it. But other than that, I really like, the future designs. I love Pinkie Pie's hair. I love all the stuff in her hair. I think it's perfect. I genuinely, like, I adore it. So whenever I draw Pinkie Pie, as a human, I always incorporate that, because it's my favorite thing. I love it so much. And I love that it's very strongly implied that, Fluttershy and Discord are, like, married, or at least, like, or at least are living together. Like, he gives her, like, like, she comes out of, like, a portal that he made, and he gives her a little lunch bag, and it's really cute, but also incredibly sad to realize, like, the ponies aren't immortal, and Discord will one day have to live without Fluttershy, who is his favorite person ever, and that makes me really sad. It also makes me really sad for Twilight, because she's gonna outlive her friends, too. The Princess of Friendship without any friends. Like, that's awful. It's really sad. Oh my gosh. I've seen so much angsty fan art of Twilight and Discord becoming close after the other main six die. I don't want to think about that. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but, like, that's so sad. That's so fucking sad. Well, I mean, I guess I don't want to talk about the new show. Okay, so if you like the new My Little Pony stuff, that's totally fine. Like, I'm not gonna be, like, like an asshole, like, oh, they ruined My Little Pony and it's the fans' fault. Why are the kids liking this stuff? It's slop. I'm not gonna do that. That's stupid. And I hate when people do that. But for me, I don't like the new stuff, man. The art style is really weird to me. I don't like it. I don't like the My Little Ponies in 3D. I think it should have been 2D. I just, it unsettles me, it unnerves me. And I've so strongly, I'm not an expert on the new My Little Pony stuff, so if anything I'm about to say is inaccurate, I'm sorry. Feel free to correct me, absolutely. Politely though, of course. But I just cannot fathom why they would make it, like, so why would Twilight and everybody destroy magic? Why would they do that? Like, for what purpose? And it's just, why? Why would they destroy magic? Like, I'm sure they give a reason in the show, but I don't want to watch the show. I watched the movie and I didn't like it. I watched the movie a while ago, so my memory could be fuzzy, but from what I remember, I did not like it at all. I genuinely really tried to like it, man. I don't like hating things. I don't like disliking things. Like, yeah, it can be fun to hate on something, but it's more fun to enjoy something, you know? Like, but anyway, I wanted to like it, but it kept making me really annoyed. Like, I didn't really care for any of the new characters, especially freaking influencer Smurf-ass pony, like, what's her name? I don't care. But I don't like that there's, like, freaking smartphones in My Little Pony. They literally killed magic and replaced it with phones and social media. And that leaves a really gross taste in my mouth. Like, at that point, just make, like, an entire different thing. Like, why does it have to be set in the same universe as, Gen 4, rather? Why does it have to be set in the same universe? Just make a completely new show. Like, you're actively, like, making the old thing worse. Just make a completely new thing. Like every other generation before this. Like, you can take inspiration from the previous generations, absolutely. That's what Gen 4 did. But no, it's set in the exact same universe, just some amount of time in the future after Twilight and friends destroyed magic, and now all the Earth ponies, unicorns, and Pegasi hate each other. Like, also, I'm sorry, but if they all hate each other, what about the Wendigos? Like, they should be in eternal winter right now. There should not be a civilization. They should be dead. Like, I'm sorry. There's no way. Like, this is the main thing I'm thinking of when I say set it in a different universe. Because there's the obvious, like, Twilight Sparkle would not do that shit, but also, they should all be dead. Like, where are the Wendigos? And maybe they address it in the show, and I just don't know about it. So, if they do address it, let me know. I genuinely am curious, and I don't want to watch the show, man. I don't like the art style, and I just so strongly dislike Influencer Pony. I don't know her name, and I really don't care to learn. And it makes me mad, because I think she has my favorite design of the new ponies. Like, I like her hair a lot. But then she's just an influencer, and it makes me mad. I don't like it. It's so lame. Like, and it's literally it's not even like a pony-fied version, from my memory anyway. It's literally just social media. Like, it's just TikTok. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I do think it's cute that they have, like, specific little, like, phone cases that attach to their hooves. That's cute. I like that they don't just magically hold on to them. Like, they like grab it. Like, it is designed for them. Like, that's good. That's good. Everything else about it sucks. The fact that it exists sucks, man. And I'm not saying you can't evolve the technology. Like, it's been like, I don't know exactly how long. I don't remember the exact amount of time, but it's been a long time since friendship is magic. So there's obviously going to be some, like, new technology and stuff, and that's totally fine. But having it literally just be modern day technology is really stupid, and I don't like it. Like, they went from having, like, steam-powered stuff, and candlelight, to just smartphones. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, I feel like, Avatar did it really well, actually. I feel like the technology jump from Last Airbender to Korra was like, realistic and good. Despite all Korra's flaws, I think that the technology jump was very good. Was well executed. Like, you should just do that, like, evolve the technology, but also don't completely have it just be the modern day. Like, have it make sense. Like, I don't know. I don't care for it. It frustrates me. It doesn't make sense. Like, whatever. But yeah, if you do like the new My Little Pony stuff, that's totally fine. I'm glad that you have something that you like. It just, me personally, I couldn't get into it. I'm sorry. I genuinely did try. It just annoyed me really bad. I'm sure there are good parts to it. I couldn't find them, and I'm sorry. I think that's everything I had to say, at least for this video. I would be surprised if I never made another My Little Pony video ever again, but, yeah, currently that's all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye! Well, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like. I would really appreciate it. And subscribe if you would like to. So next week, we actually hit 200 subscribers this week, which is really awesome, and thank you so much. Which means that my next video will be explaining the lore of my little paper clown girl, which is gonna be really cool, and I hope you guys like it and stick around for that. And yeah, I hope you have a great night, day, or whatever time it is where you are. Cheers!